So now we're going to talk about assembly meeting rules because we all love rules. Woo! But before we do that, do we want to push through or are we going to take a 5-minute break? Push through? Push through. Yes. Is that the break dancer again?
It is.
Stop it.
I couldn't get enough of Ray Gunn.
Stop it.
Real
That
quick,
is trash.
has anybody in here ever been in a fraternity or sorority? No, just me? Okay, so in fraternities like government, we are run by something called Robert's Rules of Order. And that's basically what keeps the meeting organized and in line. And, I'd like to make a motion to, or the gentleman has the microphone, stuff like that. So that's what Robert Rules of Order is. It's basically so that the meetings don't descend into chaos. That's it. And there is say it again? Oh, union meetings too? Oh, that's awesome.
All sorts of meetings, a guy named Robert was upset that not enough people were following the same amount of rules. So
Bob.
How to make the rules to end all rules. So it's one form, you'll often de facto see it in lots of situations. PTAs, board meetings, country, they're making amendments to how different rules and different situations choose to use it. I would say it is one way to run a meeting. It is maybe not the penultimate way to run a meeting, but it is the way the assembly runs it.
It is not the most entertaining way to run a meeting.
No, it is not.
Try.
If you are someone like me who struggles with sleeping at night, in the back of your books, there is a Robert's Rules of Order cheat sheet. So if you want to, if that insomnia is kicking your tail, you're welcome. All right. So, you are here. So where's Waldo? Anybody?
Where's the North Star?
Where's Waldo? Yay. So you are here. We are talking about the agenda. So Jamie Hines is the person who sends out, from what I could gather from my research, she is the person that sends out the agenda weekly. So this is who you would contact if you were having questions or if you didn't receive it or something to that effect. There's also a mailing list, and I've included all of their contact information in your books. Again, to your point, thank you so much for bringing this up. Check it often to make sure that nothing has been amended, because I don't want you to show up to an assembly meeting where you think they're going to be talking about one thing and then they don't.
If you want to regularly receive the agenda, you can email the clerk's office, the WWMASM's But you can email them and ask to be put on the mailing list for any agenda. For my organization, I get all the meetings and all the work sections and all the agendas. But you could just say, I just want this general agenda, and they would send it to you every week, and they would send you the updates as well.
Can you imagine getting all hyped up for a Metallica concert and they don't play Master of Puppets? Don't let that be you at the assembly meeting. know the set list. Know the set list.
Well, they do change it sometimes, like midstream. So don't get upset, because I will tell you that if it's a topic that has created a lot of public outrage or concern or lashback or whatever, sometimes they will kick that later in the agenda or to the next assembly meeting if they think they need to take more time with it. So that does happen, and that can happen during the actual meeting, but it doesn't happen very often, and it's part of the process. That's all I can say.
Living document.
Yes.
So
Thank
do
you.
your best to stick with them, but at any meeting, they'll make amendments to it. The point is to give a rough idea of what they're going to talk about, and they do have to follow the agenda unless they make an amendment once the meeting is up and running. But they will make adjustments. It's worth double checking the day of to make sure that your item is still on the agenda before you show up.
Yeah.
Additionally, as she said, they are interactive, which means that if you go look online at the agenda, can you hear me in the back? I'm trying to project. I feel very Broadway right now. Fosse. Okay, so if you go on there and you click on the agenda link, it will take you to links for the different things that they're going to be covering, like the resolutions or ordinances. You can click on that and then you can read through it. And some of those, like the way that it's written, it looks like a lot of mumbo jumbo, but then at the very bottom is like an executive summary. So it'll give you what you need to know without you having to read the whole document. Does that make sense?
And after the fact, you can go back and look at the previous agendas, and they will link. So if you click on an item, the video scrubs from the meeting, scrubs to that part, so you can like find what you want to talk about, and then click on the scrubs to it. So then you can get all the information. Cool. And then that'd be the like to watch it. Maybe something about okay.
They make it really easy to follow. Again, like the participation, they want you to participate, and they make it as easy as possible for you to do so. We've covered this slide, so I won't drain it. Know that the question.
Okay, another item to bring up is the assembly meeting. I think in code has to be done by 11:30 or something. Is that correct?
Does it have to be done
Well, yes,
by 11?
yes.
Okay.
It used to not be.
Okay.
Sometimes the assembly meetings would go till 2 a.m.
Yes, they would. I remember.
Yeah. So in code, I believe they have to be done by 11:30. So if they don't think they're going to finish.
Is it midnight?
Yeah,
I think it's
I don't know the
midnight.
exact time. Midnight or something. They have to be done and out of the room. So, or maybe by 12:15 they got to be out of the room. So if they're starting to fall behind schedule, then we'll prioritize what needs to be done that night and move stuff over. So
Thank
in
you for
code, they
saying
got to be
that.
done by midnight.
Thank you.
100%.
So,
Really appreciate that.